Hello everyone, and welcome to this brand new episode of Video Game Choo Choo's podcast. You're listening to the newest one. Unless you're not, in which case, come on. Get with the times. What are you doing? You're so late. You gotta catch up with the rest of us, alright?
You gotta go fast.
Listen to the new one.
Fast.
Faster. You could put this one on 2 times speed so you can catch up to the next one. And then the next one.
Is that a time saving trick? You know, that's a good strat.
That's your that's the new PB for Video Game Choo Choo.
All podcasts listen to 100% new tech is 2 times speed, and if you play with 2 tabs open at the same time, that's 4 times as fast.
You discover a nice little glitch.
It's called "You Don't Understand What We're Saying," and that's probably for the best. No, let's not be mean to ourselves. To me, me should not be mean to myself.
Actually,
we should not be mean to we self.
If you have a bunch of the podcast tabs open at the same time, that's a video game choo choo.
Interesting.
You've linked them all together into a nice little train.
That's how you do it. All right, we figured it out, folks. Thank you. We're done. The podcast is over. So long. No.
Thank you for listening.
We're still going. How many times a day do you think someone makes that exact joke while they're recording a podcast? Like, we finished it. Good night. When they're only like 5 minutes in.
And what is at least once a day? Like,
yeah,
it's a nightmare.
35% of all podcasts, I think.
So I apologize for doing that because it's played out.
I do it on like almost all of my Let's Plays too. You get done with the opening, you're like, yep, that's the peak. We nailed it. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, I get it. It's fun. It works.
It still works.
It's fine. But look, Stolen, you're here this week.
I am. That's right.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And Scott, you're also here.
I guess. I mean, I can be. Do you want me to?
If you're gonna be so pissy about it, and why don't you leave?
Leave Scott alone. He's had a tough week.
Scott? I'm sorry.
I'm a little busy. You know, it's how it do be.
It's fine. That's understandable. I just started class this week, so it has been quite busy for me. Yeah.
Nice. What classes are you taking?
All journalism courses this semester.
Nice.
It's fucked up. I was gonna take a Spanish class, and then the book was $300, so I switched out of it.
It really do be like that.
That really is a great reason to switch out of a class.
I'm just gonna take sign language over the summer. So there you go. It's fine.
Like, how fucked is it to be in college and be like, my life is going to make a drastic change because a textbook is too expensive? Like, I will now forever not know Spanish because $300 textbook is way too much.
Yeah.
There's another John out there in the universes that is fluent in Spanish.
I'm going to be on, like, a sinking ship, and the only person that can save me from the briny depths will only know how to speak Spanish.
Raul,
so I will die.
Yeah. Raul, por favor! Please save me!
I'm gonna be throwing, like, sign language out, and it's not gonna hear me. That's gonna be it.
There's gonna be, like, the other universe, Yon Mishonsky, who, like, perfectly knows Spanish, and he'll be saved, and you won't be. That's gonna be really tragic.
But then maybe this universe is the one where I have to be saved by a deaf person. So, who knows? We'll find out.
The wacky adventures of John Mishonsky.
We'll find out. That's alright, though, because everyone is ready to talk about video games on this podcast.
That's true. And near-death experiences.
Yeah, and potentially being rescued. So that's, all well and good.
No one will save me from this sinking ship.
Yeah, I don't want to die on the Titanic too.
Save yourself, Raul. I'm not worth it.
Damn. Why are you putting those words in my mouth? That's fucked up.
My words.
Don't be mean to you. I just said it before, I'll say it again. We should not be mean to we self. We should be nice to ourselves. That's this podcast. Let's be nice.
Right. You're completely correct.
So, Solon, something's been going down this past week. You were very excited about it last week, but I think we should discuss it.
Yeah, have you been online all week? Because the entire internet is just awesome games done quick.
That is true.
And I think you were transitioning. I've been doing a lot of stuff all week, but awesome games done quick has been a light in my life all week, and I just can't stop thinking about it. And there's been like 10 or 11 runs that I'm like, you can't miss this run. You can't miss this run. The first one at the beginning of the week was Metal Gear Solid 2 European Extreme, and it was just like I've seen this speed run like 3-4 times. It never gets old, and they optimized it even more, and now it's just faster. It's like unreal. Every time the moment comes when they have to do the swimming parts with what's her name?
Emma
Emerson. And when they have to grab Emma Emmerich and they have to take her across the bugs, and so that means that they have to like knock her out and carry her over the bugs themselves. And it's just like, we're sorry that we have to do this, but this is part of the speed run. It's like, oh, geez. And then it's over in like an instant. And they have to move on to like the very next weird thing. And then all of a sudden Raiden's naked, and it's like, God, Metal Gear Solid 2 is already weird, and then you condense all of it into an hour, into like less time than an actual full-length movie. It's so much.
We've managed to avoid drowning.
Mm-hmm. That run was really cool because I've watched James Howell's run of it like 100 times because it's really good, and like he talks about MGS2 as a postmodern game and gaming in general as conceptually postmodern, and seeing a lot of the strategies from that employed, but also it being a much older thing, and specifically a thing designed to get like big boss rank on like the most extreme difficulty is really fucking it's really interesting comparing and contrasting those two things, because the speedrun just absolutely like destroys that run. like they just introduced tech in that where like if you're near a corner and you keep jumping out and going back, you're completely invincible.
Yep.
It's really absurd. It just breaks every single concept I have about that game.
The fun thing is they don't break space that much. They still have to actually go along the big shell path.
Right.
They have to go from room to room and solve every room individually, which is still awesome. Unlike, they just last night did the Wind Waker 100% run, which was 6 hours long. And it's a lot to undertake, but also, God, it was an amazing run that was just bizarre, and you're teleporting through the sea, and apparently on the HD version, they render the entire world. There's no loading.
Yep.
Like, I know in the original, you had to like load in the levels, so you couldn't just like teleport to another place, but it's almost all loaded in the HD version.
It was like masked loading between areas, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you literally Link swims at the speed of you ever seen SpongeBob SquarePants the movie?
No. Explain.
In that movie, they have a cameo of what's his name? RoboCop.
Okay. Interesting.
What's his name? The actor. German pop sensation, RoboCop. David Hasselhoff. And David Hasselhoff from Baywatch comes in and swims like a dolphin at 400 miles an hour. That's exactly the same speed that Link swims across the entire Great Sea. And it never gets old through the entire thing. Can't miss that one either. The other ones, the biggest ones that you can't miss, N++ had a co-op run that was just art. It is an artful speed run. 2 people in perfect harmony. Octopath Traveler was a very long game that they condensed into just an hour.
Wow. Jeez.
They went from chapter 1 to chapter 4 in an hour for Tressa, the best character in the whole game and in all games ever.
They just focus it on one character?
Yes, they only saw... So there's like a bunch of different routes that you can play that game as because it's such an open game.
Yeah.
And so there's 8 different speed runs that you can do for each of the 8 characters, as well as 100% and all the other normal routes that you'd have in a speedrun category. And so they just did Tressa and blasted through it.
That's pretty cool.
Then we all watched all the crap block together on the GameZone.zone, and that was incredible. There was Avoid the Noid. There was Home Alone 2, which is... You can't miss Home Alone 2. The runner is incredible, and everyone who was there was just losing it. And then, of course, Chex Quest. Do you all remember Chex Quest?
Oh, yeah. We have a video feature about Chex Quest on the site.
You don't fucking say!
Yeah.
All right, I know what I'm doing after this is done.
Chex Quest, I don't think was in the awful block. Chex Quest is a good game.
No, it is. It is a good game. It is also. It could have been in either. It was the end cap of the Doom block.
Yeah,
because Chex Quest is incredible, but also was a box of cereal that came with a video game, which is still pretty unprecedented. Sorry, not even a game. I want to say it came with a Doom mod,
right?
A full conversion mod of Doom in a cereal box. Still is just unreal that exists.
You know that page that's like, can it run Doom? Turns out cereal boxes can do it.
Chex can. And then the most important, I would be remiss to forget Urban Yeti, the horniest Sasquatch this side of Grand Theft Auto on the Game Boy Advance. Nintendo officially licensed game was about a Sasquatch getting his groove on, and also
get Urban Yeti in Smash.
Put him in Smash.
Everyone's here, even Urban Yeti.
Girl, Urban Yeti Echo Fighter.
She was from a farm. You go in, the end of the story is you move in with her on her farm. You move out of the city. You're no longer an urban Yeti. You're a rural Squatch now.
Do you think that's what the sequel is going to be? And then because the game sold like absolute dog shit because it was like a mail order thing, they never made a sequel?
Yeah, right. Lord. So, yeah, no. Up. The AGDQ continues to this day. It's a whole week, apparently. And
I think by the time you listen to this, it'll be over.
Will it?
Yes.
Yeah, it might still be going on Sunday, right?
No, it's ending.
It ends, okay.
It'll officially end Saturday night, but it continues in our hearts and in our VODs, because there's a lot I got to catch up on. I've got a long list of just like, all right, make sure you don't miss. I got to catch this, and this, because these are probably amazing.
Mm.
In my humble opinion, it should run through the weekend because I'm crazy.
I want to point out also that AGDQ was run incredibly this year. They fit so many runs in. Like the weirdest thing is if you compare this to previous years' like week-long runs, because they're playing a lot of the same games, and because those games are still being speed ran, the times have gotten faster. Which just means they're fitting more games in per week of AGDQ. It's unreal. Like how many games are they? How many games can you speedrun in a week? They're gonna find out.
Yeah,
that's the meta speedrun.
I'll say too, like just in terms of like games done quick marathons, this one has definitely been the one where I've been able to just like sit down, watch a thing, and just like enjoy it. Like, there are plenty of speedruns from other marathons where it's just like, this runner isn't really doing anything for me, or this game isn't really that interesting to watch, and it's like, the selection of games so far in this has been, like, the selection of games and also, like, the personalities behind them have all been, like, pretty solid, like, all the way down.
You're completely correct.
The person who ran the Mega Man DOS game, like she was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, who was that? The name is on the. It's David Hasselhoff. I don't remember what was her name. I
don't remember.
David Hasselhoff has been running speed games for a week straight. He's just been laying around eating sandwiches off the floor. Or burgers. It was a burger.
He would run RoboCop games. I think he
why not?
Would.
I believe it.
Why not?
Baywatch game. There's a Baywatch game, isn't there?
Probably.
Hell yeah. We confirmed today that Jack Black runs his own Kung Fu Panda arcade games.
There is Baywatch Coast Guard Beach Rescue Game from Casual Mobile Gaming. Baywatch the Game, which also looks like a mobile game. Released coming 2018. Oh no!
There was a Baywatch movie like last year.
There was, yeah.
Rock was in it.
Yeah.
Rocky.
It sure was a The Rock movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sure was.
Mega Man DOS was ran by Liz Starr. She's a legend, and she hopefully isn't suffering too much anymore.
She sounded like she was having an absolute ball playing that game.
Yeah,
so.
she loved Mega Man DOS.
I think she's fine.
That was excellent.
Yeah, so you're completely right though. Your point was that not only are the games great, but all the runners that they've curated for playing great games have also in turn been awesome. Like the quality of everything just keeps getting better because they're just doing better at curating. They have probably more options now to curate from people. They have like the regulars that come on and do a bunch of their runs. And it's just a great list. Like, this whole year has just been a total banger.
Yeah, absolutely. Very happy to see how much AGDQ has improved. I just want to keep seeing it go up, up, up. That's what I want.
Up.
Up. Speaking of things going up, 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 Scott, why don't we check in with you on your little X-Chum update here? It's been a hot minute since you've been on here, but you've been chugging along playing X-Chum.
Chugging is not the right word. The right word is almost done. This upcoming Tuesday is end of X-Chum.
You've almost reached your destination.
We're literally at the final mission. We started it, but anyone who's been watching our streams has known we've been having like pretty consistent connection issues. Which is I'm very sorry about. That has been a ongoing battle between me and my ISP that I'm not going to get into on the podcast. But tune in next Tuesday. It's probably going to be a pretty short stream, all things considered, because I don't expect the mission to take longer than like 30 to 45 minutes. But it is going to be the last mission of X-Chum. And then we might hang out and do like some of the challenge things for fun after that. But I do want to talk about what I want to do afterwards.
Yeah. What's your future plans?
Because of the ongoing connection problems we've been having, I think I'm going to take a break from streaming for a while.
Okay.
Until we settle down and figure out like a way to do this more reliably, because the last thing, it's not fun for me to struggle with these things while I'm just trying to play games and have a good time, and I know it's not fun for people watching.
For sure.
After end of X-Chum, I think that's gonna be it. We're gonna me and the rest of the video team are gonna work to put together all of X-Chum into our edited videos, so we have that real nice, fun edited playlist. So we'll have that for the future, and that's gonna be very nice.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my plan for now of just streaming in the future, which I'm kind of bummed about because I've been having a lot of fun like streaming a regular thing and being able to put on a regular show. So
you don't have to be too bummed either, because one door closes, another one's gonna open.
Sure.
It's time for Scott's media pivot.
Oh no, what am I doing next? Who knows?
I don't know, but I know that if you pick up your feet, that's called traveling in basketball, and you have to give the ball to the other team.
Okay.
You can only pivot on one foot.
We've talked about a couple other plans for like upcoming series after this. We'll see what happens. It's a little up in the air, but we'll update you when we have something a little more solid.
Okay.
The safest pivot of all time. You can always pivot to video.
That might be one of the plans. That might be one of the plans.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right. Well, thank you.
I have a question actually about XCOM itself before we go too far. With the X-Chum run, where are we at? What's the score on X-Chum right now? Who's alive and who's dead?
So we haven't had a ton of major character deaths. The last one we had was, unfortunately, Dark Side Pool. We lost.
No!
We lost.
Well, okay.
TSP.
Oh, yeah. Great, actually. Wow. Cool. That's the last one.
That's the last person we've lost, but final mission, anything could happen.
That's a good last loss. He was a great soldier, but also he was Dark Side Pool.
He was a Dark Side Pool.
Very upsetting, but also fuck him.
They don't have an afterlife for you, Dark Side Pool. You sit in the waiting room.
Your sentence is purgatory, you piece of shit. God.
But thanks for your service.
Yes, thank you. So this week has been kind of fucking insane. I almost don't really know where to start. I think maybe we could just get to maybe the biggest piece of news that happened this week. I want to talk about this because it's crazy. Activision has sold the rights to Destiny to Bungie and has cut ties with them. So Bungie is an independent studio now, and they are running Destiny on their own.
The way my middle school students put it is that Bungie got the game in the divorce.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
They were very excited. Actually, everyone is.
Yeah, honestly, it's a way better deal for Bungie.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you mean Bungie or your students? Because, I mean, Bungie's definitely excited.
I think Activision is also excited. From what it sounds like, it was a deal that Bungie and the relationship Bungie and Activision had was very casual.
It was strained.
Any game relationship like that's going to be strained, but they had a very good, solid working relationship, and that now it's cut off, and now it's now that relationship's over. It's seems kind of healthy, honestly. We were together for 8 years, we had a good run, and now we're going separate ways.
All right, so I'm gonna read Bungie's post on Bungie.net here. When we first launched our partnership with Activision in 2010, the gaming industry was in a pretty different place. As an independent studio setting out to build a brand new experience, we wanted a partner willing to take a big leap of faith with us. We had a vision for Destiny that we believed in, but to launch a game of that magnitude, we needed the support of an established publishing partner. They're trying to pivot it as we don't need Activision anymore, but,
When I married Activision and said, "Till death do we part," I was very clear that it was the death of Destiny, not Bungie. This is an 8-year relationship, and we're seeing other people now. I was in a different place at the time.
Mm-hmm. So, Rose wrote this up on the site, so I'm going to kind of point to some stuff that she pointed out here. Activision and Bungie have had it in the rough zone for a good while. They released Destiny 2 earlier than Bungie wanted. Bungie wanted to keep working on Destiny 2, but Activision was like, nope, it's got to be now.
Makes a lot of sense.
They have also stated that things that sold well and were popular and well received, such as the Forsaken expansion, Activision said that was a failure.
Huh.
So, hey, if Activision's going to keep talking shit, Destiny's going to take their ball and play somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah.
So Bungie's doing their own thing now with Destiny. We don't know if that means that they're just going to do more expansions for 2. They're probably already working on Destiny 3, so they'll just do their own thing for Destiny 3. They probably have a good enough amount of money to cover the costs now.
They actually have a major investment from NetEase that is helping them develop a brand new game.
Probably Destiny 3.
I think it's
something else. I don't really know about that. See, my take on it is that the Bungie Activision relationship has been pretty bad for Destiny, just generally. The horrible deadlines for one thing, but also the impression that I got was that Activision was the deciding factor in a lot of the really, really egregious decisions in Destiny 1 and 2, like the inclusion of microtransaction cosmetic bullshit. Basically anything that was pretty predatory to people, like pre-order DLC or console exclusive missions that sucked ass. It's just there were so many boneheaded business decisions behind it, and this isn't to put Bungie themselves up on a pedestal, because they're developing Destiny, which is a game that has a lot of structural problems aside from simply microtransactions. But, it seems like whatever they do with Destiny, or like, you know, if a Destiny 3 comes out, which I don't know if they're really planning on, we'll see. But like, if they're going to be continuing Destiny in any way, I hope they like remove a lot of the more predatory stuff. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes.
I completely agree, and my continued take on it is that, but in the end, Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 were both good for Bungie and good for Activision in places where they were able to survive off of that, because they were both in very transitionary periods during that time. And so, like, they came together, they made 2 games. The games, in spite of shortcomings here and there, in spite of the turbulence in their relationship, they both managed to overcome all of that to make things that people thought were awesome, and they were both elevated by that. And now they're in different places. They can separate. And now they're going to go their own ways with that newfound success. I see this as such a like healthy thing, and it's so shocking because it's a good. This is all a positive labor story. The most important thing that people forget is that Bungie is owned by the workers. It's company operated.
Yeah.
And so they are and have always been free to do what they want. And so this had to have been a decision not just by some CEOs at the top, but also by the company itself to be like, hey, we want to not be with Activision anymore because of XYZ. Is there anything we could do about that? And then the CEOs can come back and be like, yes, we can.
It had to have gotten to a point where it was like completely untenable. Like maybe Activision was making completely egregious demands.
Probably,
like saying Forsaken was a failure when that was like one of their like really big better offerings for Destiny 2 is such a really, that's like that relationship has to be sour. But my opinion on it is that Destiny 2 is kind of in a bad place in general. Even with Forsaken, they have largely appealed to the like very incredibly niche streamer crowd. Like the people, like, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tangent here, so
tell me about it. I'm interested. Ooh.
Like, so when Destiny 2 first launched, they had all weapons were set. That's what they were. They had set skills, set stats, although most of the stats were like, you know, similar, like streamlined along the line, so like it's not a big deal. It was mainly the fact that there were like unique skills for each weapon, and they were all set for that specific weapon.
Yeah.
And then over time, there videos popped up from players who are the type of players who spend like 24 hours a day playing Destiny, who were very disenchanted with Destiny 2 because they felt like there was a lack of endgame content, specifically because comparing it to Destiny 1, which had randomized skills on weapons, that created an unnecessary grind for players, because like even if you want the weapon you want, it may not have perks you want, so you have to like go and try and grind to get it again. And Destiny 2 tried to solve that with, no, don't worry about randomization. But then,
right, every gun had its own specific niche, and it felt like a character in the game almost. When you got that gun, you kind of knew what you were getting into with.
I don't know if I would go that far.
Well,
but
the names of the game, the names of the guns provoked an idea, and then the perks on the gun would follow through with that idea.
Right. What I'm trying to say is though that they walked back on that and added like different elements of randomization back to the weapon pools, and that's really, really disappointing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really boneheaded. They introduced Masterworks, which is a whole special system where you essentially put a perk on your gun. You have to like go through a whole set of different tasks just to get them there. And then like, you know, if the gun isn't the perfect one that you want, you kind of waste all the Masterworks stuff you've been building up to get to. It's like, it's a real mess. A real mess. And then with the launch of Forsaken, they made it so the end game was very untenable for newer or more like, I don't want to say casual players, but like people who aren't the players who literally invest all of their time into Destiny. Like from what I understand, the soft cap for light is 580 now, and the amount of light you need to do the new raid is 600, and getting from 580 to 600 is like appallingly terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And the cost, there is a system called Infusion, which you can take your old gear, spend a new gear to put it into your old gear, and that brings your old gear up to the level of current equipment, which in concept is a good system and worked pretty well in Destiny 2 up to this point. But the cost to increase any weapon up to like any kind of competing range is so fucking expensive at this point. Like, it's only gotten like even harder to do this, that it just isn't worth it to do any kind of infusion on any of your older weapons until you reach like the max light. And that means up until that point, you can only really use weapons that drop for you, and those weapons tend to repeat drops very frequently.
Oh,
yeah. So it's like, so Destiny 2 has this really awful late game grind of you just keep using this weapon you have until you hopefully maybe get a better one, and then like you just kind of keep doing that over and over again, and it takes forever, and it costs a whole bunch of money not money, like in-game resources to get to the point where you can be like on par power-wise with your friends so you can do the new raid. And that's really disappointing, because it feels like they got enough backlash from diehard fans that it wasn't enough of a grind for them, that they just double backed and went the other direction. So now it's like unnecessarily too much of a grind. And that's depressing. Like, it bums me out, because now I just don't really want to play Destiny anymore.
That's so funny that you point to the people that are streaming 24/7, the content miners, as the people who are asking for grind, because that is their job. Of course, they would want. It's in their interest to ask for more grind.
Right. It's like mutually beneficial, but kind of a little more parasitic. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just a bummer, because I feel like anyone trying to get into Destiny now is going to have nothing but a bad time. Like, you can't just really, like, your friends can join you and help you play old stuff. Like, it depends on how cool your friends are to do that with you. Whenever I play with friends, I'm cool with that, because most of the time you're getting resources you need anyways. And it's like, if you're playing Destiny, you're replaying a bunch of old content anyways.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like, a lot of people want to do new content, and they want people to join up with them, and usually it's not worth it to try and get a new person into it if you can just team up with a rando. So, it's bad, because Destiny, Bungie has really been appealing to this, like, pretty much the smallest niche audience they have, which is their diehard fans, which in theory isn't really a bad thing, but in practice has made it so a lot of their sales have just completely dropped off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bummer. And my worry with this is that anything Bungie does going forward is going to simply appeal to diehard fans instead of trying to get new people into the game. Which sucks, because Destiny is really good at getting new people into it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good at like getting a new person to pick it up and go, "Oh, this is cool," and then play it for a while. But once you get to a point where it seems like playing more of it is a chore, then there comes the drop off, baby.
Yep. Where's your battle royale mode, Destiny? Gotta appeal to you.
That might be okay, actually.
That wouldn't be bad, actually.
That wouldn't be bad. 100 Guardians parachute onto Mars.
The fuck?
A level the size of a battle royale map for Destiny would rule. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of picturing just their big zones.
Yeah, it would just be a big zone. And just 100 people drop into any of the big zones. Holy shit, we just made this. This rules.
Yeah.
They're all motorbiking around. You just pull the bike out, but it's super loud and big, and so people just snipe you immediately. Like, this sounds awesome.
100 Guardians become unstuck in time and battle in the Eternal Forest. The Infinite Forest, I think it's called. I don't remember. Who knows? Who understands how Destiny works?
Hey, I just got this in our back channel, but did you hear that Valve installed a Solon filter onto Valve? They installed a filter specifically against games that I played in 2018. They installed a Solon filter on Steam. All of the games that I played in 2018, all the indie games, they said those are not real games because Solon played them. Earlier this week, Wandersong put together some tweets that pointed out that Steam has listed their game as like not a fake game, so that they weren't able to get access to like certain trading card options and stuff because Steam labeled them as a fake game. Steam automatically labels games randomly. There's some kind of algorithm for it that to make sure that if your game is something that's just abusing Steam's systems, that you don't get to like monetize off it as easily and don't get to abuse their trading card systems and a lot of their other virtual commerce systems that they have. And so Wandersong got hit with this early in their development and assumed that once they went live that it would just kind of, go away because we're a real video game. We swear we are. Also, here's a bazillion people giving us awards for being a very real game. And it wasn't just Wandersong. They tweeted out that they were getting hit with this. And then a couple other games also were hit with this, and almost all of them were in my top 10 list for 2018. Wandersong, my favorite game of 2018, Luca, Born of a Dream. Another game called Pig Eat Ball that came out, as well as The Void Rains Upon Her Heart, my number 2 favorite game of 2018. All of them came out and were like,
Secret Little Haven got hit as well.
Oh, Secret Little Haven did too?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, so Steam just hates the games that I like, apparently. I like these games. I had no idea that they weren't real games, because I really had a great time playing all of them.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I also didn't realize that they were getting hit by this, because they worked perfectly fine for me on Steam. I did not notice that I never got trading cards for any of these games. And just today, I got like a bazillion trading cards, boom, for all these games. I'm like, oh, these are fun. Oh. Most importantly, these are things that really seriously affected the sales of these games.
Yeah.
The Void Rains Upon Her Heart specifically is in alpha, so I'm really happy for them that they got this worked out before their big release that's coming up. And I'm just looking at this like, oh, wow, this ends up making a lot of sense, because that means they don't get all the front page access that other games that had their success at the time would have gotten. And so, yeah, it's shocking, because I think that if that didn't happen, there's a lot of things for these developers that would have looked really differently. They would have actually seen a lot more turnaround. But because of an algorithm on Steam, they got put into a small category where their games were considered not real. And it cut them out of trading card cash. It cut them out of a lot of stuff. The Wandersong dev, Labanov, he said that it was, he theorized that it was because their game got reviewed too well. Like,
what?
Well, the idea was, hey, there's a bazillion people that are all voting this one game up. Yeah. And nobody is rating it down. Nobody dislikes Wandersong. That's suspicious. That puts them on a list. That's actually not the case. Steam specifically said that the user rating system is not dependent on their other system. But it also like made sense at the time, because all 5 of these games are like ridiculously highly rated.
Yeah, I'm guessing when it comes to like stuff like that, it's really easy to fake like rating generation.
That also, was their thought.
This hits like a lot of indie games, and that's a real bummer, because that like gets them away from front page exposure, which can be pretty valuable to people discovering your game, even though it's a lot harder to get Steam front page now than it ever has been. But just general like non-promotion from Steam, just that's a real bummer.
Luckily, Wandersong got to help break the news on this with Kotaku and stuff, so they got another article out of it. This is little tiny, the lousiest silver linings ever.
Yeah, I guess.
I just want to say for the podcast and for everyone at home, Luca is a real game, and so is the Void Rains Upon Our Heart and Pig Eat Ball and Wandersong. They're all available on Steam, and they are real. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you for letting us know which games are real and which are not.
I'm going to make sure Steam, take the Solon filter off, please.
Yeah.
Games that I play are real, I promise. Even The Last Remnant is real.
That's the realest one. So, this is kind of fucked up. We didn't play too many video games this week, huh? I'm looking at our list of things, and
I mean, do you count Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links?
No,
I absolutely do. I still count it. You better tell us what's the update on Duel Links. You have to tell us.
Scott, you're the deciding vote. I said no, Solon said yes. It's in your hands.
That's tough, because here's the thing is...
Do you bare your soul on the podcast?
I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is a game, but I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game. Yeah, no, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fake. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links has been out forever, but guess what? I found out a really good way to level up your dragon tree in Dragalia. Don't play Dragalia for 3 days.
Oh.
Just play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wow, you played Duel Links. You got so into Duel Links that you put Dragalia down for 3 days straight.
I don't think I can really talk about it very much because it's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
You've said enough.
It's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! That's all you need to know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a bad game.
It's okay.
No, it's a bad... Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself is a bad game with a horrible meta.
I like it.
Okay.
It's likable.
Conceptually, as an idea, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fine. I don't like the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is executed in real life. It's terrible. It's bad. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is kind of fine.
I mean, conceptually, they say that the thesis is like the first line of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series when Yugi goes, real monsters. You're like, yeah, damn. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules.
Should we mention that we finally got to the part in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX where it gets good?
Yes.
That was fucked up.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It got really good.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You watch Full Duels with us.
I do, and you're off the shits.
You saw what happened.
Yeah, he went to the fucking... He went to Neospace and he met a dolphin man.
Kaiba launched cards in the space because he wanted to teach you aliens how to duel. How is that not the best?
It's stupid as fuck.
It's great.
The main character, Jaden, invented a dolphin, and the dolphin just wants to fuck.
Chaz joined a cult.
It's Shape of Water. If Shape of Water instead of Guillermo del Toro was written by M. Night Shyamalan.
Hey everyone, join to GameZone.zone if you want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! With us.
Yeah, watch Yu-Gi-Oh! With us, please. There was a fucking episode where they introduced the teacher for the yellow squad.
Oh, God.
And he was, like, racist for 3 separate reasons, but none of them made sense. Like, he looked kind of like an Asian stereotype, but he had a French accent, but he was saying, like, stereotypical Spanish things. So it made no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real melting pot, if you will.
Yeah, like, at what point does being super racist just kind of flip over to being somehow fucked up and woke in a weird way? It doesn't. It doesn't, actually. It doesn't.
He just wanted the raw yellows to join his dorm again. Because all of them left.
Yeah, they're all living in the red dorm for no reason.
No, they're living in the red dorm because when Jaden finally comes back, they want Jaden to have a home to come back to, so he can feel welcome.
They're having some kind of, like, weird homosexual commune thing where they're, like, fucking all together. I feel like I should clarify. It's not weird that they're having a homosexual commune. It is weird that it's happening in this fucking dueling anime.
It's weird. Yeah, the dual island is having the big gay commune inside the red dorms.
Yeah, I almost jumped down your throat for being problematic, but the fact is you're not wrong.
Like, yeah, it's the fact that they're like, this is the dueling school.
They all want to fuck Jaden!
There was an episode where 2 characters fought over Jaden!
Yeah.
He wasn't even there!
It was hot. It was legitimately like, wow, these guys really like Jaden.
Cyrus is a psychosexual freak.
He is, on top of everything else.
Good lord.
He simultaneously wants, like, is friend zoned by Jaden, while also is nice guying every single woman he can. He's trying to enter every girl's DMs.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
He's having the biggest sexual awakening at Duel Academy. Should we talk about Resident Evil now? Because I feel like that's what we were originally transitioning to.
Yeah,
video games.
So Scott and I both played the Resident Evil 2 demo. I was playing something else, but I physically can't talk about it. I signed a fucking paper about this.
Ooh.
I've never done that before. I had to sign a paper, but
Cool.
I guess we'll talk about that next week.
Come on, you can tell us about the quiet man too. The loud man.
The loud bastard. No. Resident Evil 2 demo happened. It's the one-shot demo where you have half an hour to finish it. If you die, that's it.
Did you finish it?
Yes.
I did too.
Yeah, it was very fun. I am not that versed in Resident Evil. I finished 4, obviously. 4 is one of my favorite games. I think I got like halfway through 5, but I haven't played any of the like classic ones. So this is a completely new experience to me.
I love Resident Evil 2. That's a game I kind of like have memorized like top to bottom.
Alright, so how does your memorization of Resident Evil 2 help you out with this remake?
It helped a little bit, less in the like puzzle solving sense, because they do the Resident Evil thing. They give you a bunch of puzzles and are like, here's something really obtuse. Hope you can solve it. And it's like really fucking cool, honestly. It feels like a lot of the same puzzles of like, here's the key. Try to find the doors that it goes along with, or like, hey, maybe you can solve this weird sliding puzzle to get the next key item you need to go solve the next sliding puzzle. It's really wild because it definitely feels like it retains that sense of exploration in the space in Resident Evil 2 that they originally had. But also Resident Evil 2 even being like this ostensibly big open area that you're meant to backtrack through is also kind of a linear game. And this definitely has linearity to it, but I feel like my options are so much more open. Like, they give you a map, they tell you the areas, they tell you which areas lead to which, and it's just kind of up to you to explore them and, like, find them as you go. And that method of exploration is super interesting to me. It feels more like, it feels sort of like one of those big, like, island puzzle games, like The Witness or something.
Like Myst?
But, yeah, like Myst, where it's just like, here's all of these things that just exist, and eventually you're going to solve them because you need to. But also, it's got some real fucking harsh looking shit.
Ooh.
Oh man, that is a gory ass game. It's an M for mature ass game. There is a part where you walk up to a dude who is dead in front of you. You walk up to this bloated cop corpse and you tilt his head up from the top and his jaw is hanging off. You see the fucking tendons in his jaw stretching as his jaw hangs off. It's nasty.
It is a nasty game. It's legitimately very scary. I was like, even though I was like kind of joking, like Stu was watching me play it, and I was like kind of jokingly like, gotta fucking go fast. We have to go. We only have 30 minutes. But even at the same time of doing that, it was also like, I'm still just slowly exploring stuff and like feeling very tense and having these like awesome scare moments. There was one I really, really loved where like you know, it does the video game thing where you're opening up lockers to like find stuff. And at one point, and in my experience of Resident Evil, like that feels very par for the course of just like explore every single inch of things you can. And then like I got very close up on this one locker. I open it up, and there is just a dead fucking body that looks exactly like a zombie, and it just tumbles all over you. There's like this really great natural animation of whenever something falls on Leon, he just kind of like tries his best to shake it off. I like immediately shot it with a shotgun blast the second I opened that door because I thought it was a fucking zombie that was going to kill me, but it was just a dead body, and that's like that. Those kind of like really great moments are so like this game has so many of those. There's a part where like you're walking down the hallway where you're supposed to encounter the first licker, and it's like you have this tension. If you played this game before, you know what the fuck is here, and you know it's a bastard. And you're walking down, you're like, you've got your gun out, you're like, this thing is here somewhere. It could be literally fucking anywhere. And then you just hear a fucking window break in front of you, and it's just a normal zombie.
That's so beautiful. Wow. That's so all of they don't have like the jump scare that's like completely untelegraphed and like boo haha. It's right. They're all completely telegraphed.
It's using tension very effectively. Like especially for people who've played Resident Evil 2 before, because it definitely does not follow the exact same formula. There's enough of it there where it's similar, but it does enough different where it's like, okay, I know this is not the same experience. So it recognizes the tension you might understand from playing Resident Evil 2 before and manages to subvert your expectations in really cool ways. I had a really great time in the 28 minutes that I played through it. I still have 1:50 seconds left. I don't think I'm gonna play that.
You have to.
We'll see though when RE2 comes out. I'm very excited to play it.
As am I. It was very fun.
Tell me about your experience.
As the big Resident Evil 4 fucker, I also really liked it. There were a few things that I had to kind of adjust to, like your knife breaks in this game.
Yeah. Yes, oh my god, there was a great moment where I let a zombie get too close to me, and then they come up, they grapple you, it's about to bite you, and then you just see a prompt that's like, press L2, press like left bumper to stab this zombie while it's grappling you. And then you do, and the thing about the knife in previous Resident Evil games is it's just a thing that's supposed to stay on you at all times. You stick that zombie with that knife, it's just in there now. You need to kill that zombie to get your knife back. And that's so, like, disarming. Wow! It's so cool. Also, knives have durability, so if it breaks, you just don't have a knife.
Oh, wow. The Breath of the Wild Resident Evil.
and it's especially interesting because you can use those knives to like cut tape in the environment, which can mean that you know, if you don't have a knife on you, if your knife breaks, or if you didn't kill that zombie, you might not be able to go into a certain room and get some items. You know, there's a lot of different possibilities there.
Oh, so you have to conserve it for utility reasons as well as protection reasons. Ooh, that's really good.
I didn't notice that it had a durability until I actually broke it, because I was going around kind of using it to like kind of nudge bodies to see if they were, you know, still zombies. And then eventually I just used it to protect myself, and then I was like, and then I killed the zombie, and I was like, where'd it go? And I was like, oh shit, it broke. Oh no, it's gone.
The really cool thing about this is that Leon is not a like fucking super soldier like he is in 4. He does not know suplexes yet. He does not do roundhouse kicks. He is just a fucking punk-ass kid who sucks. Like, I walked up to a zombie, like, who did not see me yet, and I'm like, maybe I can just take this dude out with stealth or something. And I tried to, and it did not work, because Leon is a punk kid who does not know suplexes.
Wow, so he's just a real police dude.
Yeah, he is a first day on the force cop, just like RE2.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it manages to capture that feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it captures a lot of feelings very well. It is a gorgeous game. It is harrowing. It's really good. I'm super looking forward to playing more. It's fantastic. That demo is fantastic.
The one thing I'm kind of bummed about is that, from what I understand of the final game, it's not going to have the really great fucking, like, switching between saves feature, or saving between, what is it? I forget the name of it. It's the system where you play through the game with one character, then you load it up with another, and the decisions you make from the first playthrough affect the other one.
Yeah, because there was like Leon A, Claire A, Leon B, Claire B. So you could play Leon A, and then do Claire A, and then Claire B, and then stuff that happened during Leon A would change Claire B.
Right. The best example of that is there's like a weapons storeroom in like the basement, and you can walk up to it, and you get a prompt of like, I shouldn't take both of these things. I should just take one. You can still take both of those things, but like they actively give you the decision to be like, I should just take one just because I should leave one for the other person. Mm-hmm. And that's a really cool, like that as a concept is really cool to me. And it feels like a bummer that that's not really going to be explored in this, because it seems like it's going to be a little more straightforward, like chapter oriented. Mm-hmm. As I understand it, it's going to follow the Leon A path and the Claire B path, which, you know, is what it is. That's fine. But we'll see. It's probably not going to be that straightforward. It seems really fucking cool. I'm so like, I watched the demo ends with trailers for the upcoming game, and like seeing the areas that they go to and the characters and concepts that get retread. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, this is RE2, baby. Oh man, yeah, I'm so jazzed for this.
They've talked about it previously. Like,
I know, but just finally playing it and seeing these things, it's like, yeah, this is a real thing, baby. Oh, oh,
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
Hi, Janie here. Just wanted to give a quick heads up. Next section, we're talking about the Randy Pitchford news. If you've heard anything about that, it's a little bit serious, a little bit heavy. Content warning for child sexual abuse. If you want to tap out, totally understand. Just skip ahead about 9 minutes. You'll be safe. We'll be on to the next section. Thanks.
So that's Resident Evil. Scott, do you want to talk about the weird and potentially really fucked up news that happened this past 24 hours since we recorded this?
Yeah, this is hopefully, well, more things are probably going to come out by the time this comes out for when we record it.
Content warnings for some potential child sexual abuse.
Yeah, that's rough. Yep. So, Randy Pitchford has gotten into a pretty heated legal debate with a former lawyer from Gearbox. As a result, this has brought up some pretty serious allegations, such as that, At one point, Randy Pitchford took a $12 million bonus as an advance for Borderlands profits, which is fucking insane. But also that apparently there were a couple instances wherein Randy maybe was involved in some pretty awful, like, sexual things.
This kind of comes from Randy leaving a USB at a Medieval Times.
Yes. At Medieval Times, he left it there, and a member of the staff at Medieval Times found the USB, brought it home, looked at it, and was like, "Oh no!" Because apparently it allegedly contained child pornography.
Not only that, but also secrets to all of Gearbox's upcoming projects.
Yeah, that too. Ars Technica was able to track down an episode of a podcast that he was on where he actually talked about this incident. And he described it as like cam girl, like barely 18 pornography. It's like, yeah, it's rough. This is before any of this was alleged in a lawsuit, so that could mean one thing or another. Not gonna say otherwise, but also apparently this is another thing that was alleged.
Basically, no matter what, he's scuzzy. It's just the extent of how scuzzy he is. He is very much skirting the line here, even in the best of cases.
Well, yeah, no, we already knew that he was a disastrous, upper management person, just in every possible way. He always takes money off the top. He always poorly manages his games, and every game that's made underneath him is a miracle that it exists. We also knew that he was a huge pervert, and because he talks about it often. And just that now we're at a point with Gearbox and with Randy Pitchford that he is currently on 24-hour news watch because this podcast that he was on was yesterday, where he literally said, beans, I left my CP USB with all my company's secrets at a medieval time fair. How funny is that, podcast friends?
It was a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Super recent stuff.
Last month.
Shocking.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other pretty major accusations was that Pitchford was holding parties wherein adult men have reportedly exposed themselves to minors to the amusement of Randy Pitchford. It's real fucked. It's real fucked.
But yeah, this is just really revealing how much of an absolute piece of shit Randy Pitchford is, and we had an idea, but this is
Here's my thing is I'm not gonna defend Randy Pitchford in the least bit. I'm fully on board with him being a horrible human being. A lot of this suit seems to be coming from the idea that if they put this kind of information out there, that it's just gonna ruin Randy publicly. Which leaves a bit of a bad taste in my mouth, but that's bad taste from both parties involved, obviously. One, if true, is clearly worse than the other.
Yes.
But the thing is, if some of the allegations about Randy Pitchford are false, even any kind of fucking pornography on a USB stick that you use for work is a fucking nightmare thing to do. Fuck off, dude.
Lock your USB, dude.
Just don't even fucking do that on work shit. That's not your fucking place to be doing that. Oh my god. It fucking blows my mind. The thing about lawsuits is that you can allege whatever you want. Obviously, you need evidence to back that up, and that gets proven in court. But in allegations, the limit of what you can actually say is not you can kind of bullshit things, and once you get proven wrong, and you get taken to fucking task for it. But if their goal was to ruin Randy Pitchford's career, just doing that publicly with a public lawsuit this would be a really good way to do it. Allege that he's a real fucked up sex pest, which, kind of seems like he might be, but that's only my opinion, allegedly. The former VP of business development at Gearbox, he tweeted very, very loosely, yes, it's true, not specifically about any one thing, but about the time when these allegations were coming out. So, it's a weird... It's weird. It really feels like people kind of coming together to take Randy Pitchford down publicly, less with a lawsuit. But maybe a two-pronged thing, that kind of thing can still happen.
Right. There's politics involved at play in all of this.
Yeah. Not to be all both sidesy, but people they clearly. It feels like to me that they came at this with the intention of leveraging this lawsuit from a public angle to ruin Randy.
Yeah. Which
to me doesn't sit well, but also neither does fucking everything Randy is fucking alleged. I hate this. I hate every single aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. I felt like it was important news to mention, but
Absolutely.
also
Totally, 100%.
But also, fuck everything about this. It's gross, and like fuck Randy Pitchford. If he get, I kind of feel like to an extent, no matter how he gets dragged down by this, it's not going to be a real loss. Like, whatever.
We'll see.
It's kind of
we'll see what happens. Gearbox might be like better without him. It's like hearing these kind of allegations kind of makes a lot of the things that happen around him make a lot more sense. Like the fact that he was very public about liking Battleborn porn, which is really fucking like. Think about being an employee of Gearbox while your fucking CEO is doing that. Mm-hmm. Think about being the fucking person that designed that character. Being like, okay, I poured my heart and soul into making this design, to make it in this game that I believe in, and then your fucking boss is like, check out this sick porn. It's like publicly in front of everyone. That's gotta be like heartbreaking and embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like knowing that he may very well be a sex pest kind of makes that kind of behavior make a lot more sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's the rough news for this week. If anything else happens, we might mention it. We might not, because it's kind of upsetting. So
yeah,
we'll see how that goes. Before we move on to questions, I guess we could talk about some pretty okay news. If you like to participate in some deals, and if you like to have some of your money go to charity, there is a good news here that Nintendo Switch and 3DS games, mostly first-party stuff, are now for sale on the Humble Store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like you can go on the Humble Store and buy keys for games such as Pokemon Let's Go, Smash Ultimate, Mario Odyssey, and stuff like that. And you can even get like 3DS games, like your Pokemon games on there. And you can even get Virtual Console games, so you can play like Mario and Zelda on your 3DS, and that will go towards them. So not only that, Humble's also doing a thing where if you have a Humble account, you should have gotten a $5 discount on Nintendo games $20 and up via an email, which is a really good steal, especially if you're like still debating on getting the online subscription. That makes it $15, so that's not bad at all. It doesn't say if there's going to be. So it does say that that it's not clear if they are going to charity, if it is going to be a part of the charity contributions or Humble rewards. I would hope it does, but I don't know. We'll see about that. But this is a new way to buy Nintendo games. And that's kind of surprising that they're doing something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So if you want to buy Nintendo games, that seems like a good way to do that. Speaking of Nintendo games, Solon, do you want to talk about some Nintendo games that you've been playing recently? Maybe a little more salaciously?
I've been playing a couple of Nintendo games. I've been playing about 2,400 of Nintendo's finest games. I finished building my Raspberry Pi. My little arcade box this week. It took I was expecting it to take a long time. It took about 3 days total to just kind of get everything together and get it all working. It took a day to put all of these ROMs onto this device, and then it took a third day to kind of make sure all of them worked properly and ran efficiently and polish it all up. But yeah, I've got a nice little. It was actually really easy to put. To get a Raspberry Pi for $40 and make it into a retro game box. It now has every NES game, SNES, and N64 game on it. I personally own all of these games. I literally own every video game Nintendo's ever made, so it's okay for me to do this. And it was cool. It was actually a really cool experience and a really cool hands-on way to learn about emulation and how they all work together with little tiny computers. And it's been kind of awesome because not only were all of these real games that Nintendo made on it, but also there were a whole bunch of modded Nintendo games. I played a game called GoldenEye X.
Oh.
Which is GoldenEye modded into Perfect Dark.
Huh.
And so
that's... Whoa.
Yeah. you want to play GoldenEye with a bunch of bots on. That was GoldenEye X's idea, was to put Perfect Dark bot AI into GoldenEye X so you could play GoldenEye by yourself and have a fun little multiplayer deathmatch, which was cool and great until I played the campaign, which is Perfect Dark's campaign, but entirely reskinned with GoldenEye characters. And so there's just a point where, like, what's her name? Xenia Autotop, I think, or something. Xenia Isotop, I think that's her name.
Oh,
she is just, like, in the lobby, like, you're gonna shoot me? You're gonna kill me right here in my own lobby? I own this place. And it's like, wait, what is... I've lost the plot already. And this is the opening level of this game. And then you shoot her and fail the mission, and then that's where I learned that there's actually a mission and you shouldn't just shoot everyone. But yeah, no, there's a bunch of hacked ROMs of games inside of these like giant mega packs of Nintendo ROMs, and they actually ran really great on the Raspberry Pi. I was playing hacks of Ocarina of Time, where the like person obviously wrote all of their own fanfic about Sheik, which sounds like maybe kind of seedy, but it really wasn't at all. It was actually pretty fun because, you know, Sheik is not in the game enough. She pops in, pops out, and here there was like a mod where, there was just a mod where Sheik was just like, hey, I've got a quest for you now, Link. You're going to work for me. And it's like, great, thank you. Trying to think if there was anything else. Just getting to, like, I've never seen Conker's Bad Fur Day.
You don't need to.
Yeah, no, you really don't need to. It's not that important, but when I saw it, I finally was like, oh, that's why everyone thought this was a big deal. Because it was a cartoon squirrel drinking in a British tavern. And that was both exotic and strange at the same, like, it was equal parts.
That's just fucking funny.
Yeah,
honestly.
It actually, playing it, I was like, wow, this is actually really tame and seems just like a normal day. But seeing it in the Rare engine as like a Banjo-Kazooie looking game was like, okay, no, I see why people like this. I was heartbroken to find out that the one game that I wanted for all of this, the whole reason that I put this whole thing together, I could not run Glover 2.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to see what I can do. Hopefully in a couple weeks on the podcast, I'm going to get to tell you all about Glover 2.
Yeah, please report back. Let us know how that goes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Solon, for your report on Glover 2. Or lack thereof, I guess.
We'll get there.
Finally covering the games everyone wants to hear about.
Absolutely. Thank you. Let's move on to questions.
Woo!
Folks, if you want to send in questions, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. It's an easy way to do it. And you'll sound like these folks right here. You got one from Krill Factor who asks, which AGDQ runs are must-sees for y'all? So, I mean, we kind of talked about this. You know, Solon, you talked about the ones.
I said mine. Did you all have any?
I mean...
I mentioned the ones that were... We can probably skip this one.
Well, I just want to give a quick shout-out to Trio the Punch.
Yeah.
Never Forget Me. I mean, I actually haven't seen the run yet, but I feel like knowing that game... It is a must-see. It's a joke game that Data East made. Like, just, they shat it out an arcade machine, which is fucking crazy that, like, you'd spend that much money on an arcade machine game and it's just a complete joke. It's very good. Please never forget Trio the Punch and Never Forget Me.
Avoid the Noid was also very good.
Yes, it was.
I'm trying to think if there was any that I missed. You gotta watch Sword of Solon, because that's a game that they played. It's 10 minutes. Oh,
that sounds
you know
fake.
what? It does sound fake. You know what we did not mention? Virtual Heidelide.
Virtual Highlight, yeah.
Virtual Heidelide, the 3D dungeon crawler that we were in the GameZone.zone chatting about it while watching it, and we were trying to figure out if this was actually a good game at the time, if there was anything novel that this game produced at the time, because it was fascinatingly bad. And we realized, nope, there were other games that came out before this that did the exact same thing that this game is doing, and it was like 4 years prior.
Sometimes people just make bad games.
Yeah, it's a weird FMV 3D dungeon crawler. At the end, you actually get like this beautifully dressed woman who comes down and like marries you on the spot, and you are like, wow, this game sucked, but this chick's actually really great looking and has amazing makeup. All right.
Good for her.
There was a legitimate reward at the end of this garbage. It's not worth the garbage. Well, maybe it is. I mean, it was. If you get to the end of that speedrun, you're going to be like, dang, this chick looks cool. They actually did a really good job with the FMV in this one specific scene at the very end of Suffering.
Pretty lady.
She's a pretty lady.
Anonymous asks, what's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card for any reason?
Jesus Christ.
My favorite is the Big Core, because it sounds like big corn, and that's a funny humor fun. And also, it's a boss from Gradius, and I like the Gradius cards a lot.
My favorite is a card that's simply called Oops.
That's a card?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a trap card, you activate it, and you destroy one card on your side of the field.
Oh, God.
If I were to have a runner-up, my second favorite card is there's this very powerful card, very cheap card called Giant Trunade that got banned, and they made a slightly weaker version that is legal, and it is literally called Hey Trunade.
Little tiny smaller Trunade.
What about you, Solon? What's your favorite?
All right, you know what? I actually know a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! It's true.
What the fuck?
So Submarineroid is one of my favorites because it's just a dumb ping card that puts itself in defense mode afterwards. Super trolly and dumb, and I love it. The Shadow Ghoul is a card that I always try to build a deck around that's about powering itself up when things go to the graveyard. I just think that concept's fun. They have broken it. So like there's other cards that have come out that just like buff your monster to hell for putting things in the graveyard or in exile or out of play. And it's just like, oh, well, that's just Shadow Ghoul's thing, but you made it better. And now I like Shadow Ghoul. He was just a weird little ghoul guy that starts out really weak, and you can just very slowly and patiently pump it up if you just dump your whole deck into the graveyard for fun. Then there is also in the same list, is it called Shadow of the Moon or something? There's a moon card. It's a trap card that makes your opponent put all of the top card of their deck into their graveyard anytime they attack, which means they have to make a choice. Do they discard the top card of their deck, or do they just choose to not attack this turn? And I love that idea.
You see, that might have been an interesting card back in the day, but these days graveyards are basically a second hand. So there's there's people that play card like if you played that card against somebody would be like, do you just want to give up right now? Because you just let me win. Like,
yep. That is completely true. And so it doesn't work anymore. But in grade school, it totally worked, and I loved it. It also did not work at the time either. I'm thinking about the meta back then. It's like, oh yeah, no, there's no way that deck can possibly work. You can't mill your opponent in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that just makes them stronger. What a game.
I mean, you can mill people out, but it's like a whole thing.
It's a different thing.
I saw that episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Yugi fights the bald kid. Jam defends him out. Yeah. No, that's a bald kid. Charlie Brown looking motherfucker.
Anonymous asks, which Smash Bros. Characters support the death penalty?
Villager!
Yeah.
First act as mayor.
Yeah.
Isabel, despite being a politician, has pretty left-leaning progressive ideas, which is nice.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
Game & Watch obviously supports the death penalty.
Game & Watch supports the death penalty. Maybe not racist no more, brother, but still supports the death penalty.
Very judgmental character.
Yeah. I mean, he leaves it up to chance. You get the 9, then you die.
Young Link supports the death penalty.
Just Young Link.
Just Young Link.
I mean, he grew out of it, so yeah.
Wind Waker doesn't understand it, and then he got better ideas as he got older.
weird thing. Does Palutena support the death penalty? Because she's
immortal.
She doesn't like humans that much.
She's immortal.
Palutena's fine with humans. It's Viridi who doesn't like humans.
Ooh, okay.
Ganondorf is the death penalty. So,
But weirdly enough, has really great ideas on prison reform.
Yeah.
He still wants to kill people, though.
Exactly. He wants the prisons empty and the graveyards full.
That only makes them stronger.
Yeah. Well, it makes Ganondorf stronger because he has more re-deads.
Yep. Just like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Ridley does not support the death penalty. It is too slow.
Interesting.
That is just too much procedure already.
Absolutely. Lucy from the Discord asks, how often do any of y'all end up picking up a game, playing it for a bit, only to put it down and not revisit it for many months? And how often does it suddenly turn into one of your all-time favorites once you actually finish it? I found the majority of my all-time favorites are games I first tried months or years before I finished them.
This happens to me all the fucking time. I picked up and started The Witcher at least 3 times now.
Yeah, that happened to me too. That was exactly it. I got a couple hours into The Witcher. I was like, this is okay. And then I picked it up and started it again and I blew through it.
Yeah. Anyone that's just start new games so you get a better sense of what's going on. No, just fucking pick it up. Just do it. Just fucking go. Don't do that to yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what's going to happen. You already remember. Trust yourself to be better. Trust yourself to know what you know about what you like. That's all that matters. I did this with BattleTech last year. I picked it up again later in the year after getting it at launch. And loved it. I wrote a little essay about it. Maybe you should check it out. Game of the Year 2018. It's on my list.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Solon? Have you ever done that?
I don't know if I've ever yo-yoed off of a game and back onto it again. I'm trying to think, and I play games the wrong way and get really obsessive about them, and so I get the opposite problem where I pick up a game, really want to put it down, and abjectly dislike it, only to get to the end of it out of stubbornness.
Yeah.
And so that's a whole nother cross to bear. I end up finding a lot of games that I really love, but also I end up being like, okay, I thoroughly understand how much I despise The Last Remnant.
That's fucked up.
I also did this with Final Fantasy 15, and which is really wild because I literally bought that game at launch, played it for a little while, and then did not play it until this last year.
Oh.
It came out in 2016, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good point.
That was a year divide between when I first started playing it and when I picked it up again and fucking I didn't blaze through it because that's a big game, but I sat down, I played through that whole thing, and it was a real joy. That's a good game.
Because I blow through the games on release now. That's not something I used to do, but just now that's a thing. When I got through Final Fantasy 15, that means I haven't gotten back to play all of the extra stuff that they added, now that it's a finished game or more finished. And that same thing's going to keep happening, because Kingdom Hearts 3 is not going to release with its epilogue. They announced that earlier.
That's a bummer. Well, at least that's post-game content and not rolled in.
Right.
To explain things.
But it means that I'm going to need to make sure that if I want to complete my quest of understanding Kingdom Hearts, that I'm just going to keep doing that all month. I now understand 80% of the plot to Kingdom Hearts somehow, and I'm writing a lot of think pieces about it. I'm going to play through Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm going to need to make sure I get back to it sometime later so I can actually know how it ends.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
I own Persona 5 and haven't started it yet. That's a whole different story. I just have a bunch of big PS4 games that came out that I just never played.
That's the games mood.
I've got Prey as well, and I never tried that, even though that seems like a thing I might really enjoy.
Yeah, that one's on my list too. Is like, how have I not touched Prey yet?
Do you want? Hey, do you maybe want to play these things?
Can we co-op it?
Well, we can't. Well, in a sense.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I kind of did the opposite thing where I started Hollow Knight and I kind of liked it, and then I put it down for a little bit and I came back to it, and now I don't like it.
It do be like that.
Yeah. I understand why people like it. I don't. It's okay.
John, you should play Bloodborne again.
No.
Play Bloodborne with me!
I have like 17 other fucking games to play. No.
And you're not playing the best one ever made, Bloodborne.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Stones asks, things have been pretty quiet regarding the Sonic movie after the internet almost universally cried out in horror at the teaser silhouette of the eponymous hog. You think some course correction is going on because of that? Or are we for another appearance from the Blue Menace sometime soon? I think it is far too soon for them to like redesign the character and all that shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna go all in. The whole hog, as one might say.
Yeah, he's gonna have his whole dick out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that one like really good concept art of it? Well, not concept art, but like I wouldn't call it fan art, but someone did like a really like high detail version of that like really fucked up shadowy official Sonic, where he was just super fucking buff, and yes. also it like cut off right around his legs, so you could just see like the fucking top of his dick. It's so fucking funny. That's the Sonic I want. Just real fucking muscular and hung.
God.
And hung.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep looking at Boss Tones saying the words eponymous hog. And no, I'm not ready for the Eponymous Hog's second album. I'm still reeling from the last one.
So, let's see here. We got another anonymous one that asks, what kind of questions do you guys like to get for the podcast? Every Friday seems to sneak up on me, and I always draw a blank on what would be good to ask for this or any other podcast.
I love this question!
Personally speaking, whatever the fresh fuck. I don't really care. As long as it's not something inappropriate, as long as it's something that you're asking in good faith. We want to answer your questions and we want to help you out with whatever, but also we're ready to talk about dumbass bullshit.
I like which Smash Bros. Characters support the death penalty. Give me more of those.
Yes, some real thought experiments.
Personally, I love any question that starts with, Dear Magnanimous Prince of Play Solon, thank you for reading my question, and then you just kind of can go into your question from there. Those are my favorite ones.
Dear Solon and others.
Solon, I just realized something. In Universe B of Xtune, I remember at the very beginning, you did not want to die at all, period.
That's correct. Still haven't.
Universe V, we never picked you up.
Nope.
You never got in, so
Safe.
You could still be alive.
I'm still in Universe A. Only survivor.
No, that's not how that worked.
I'm out there.
Mm-hmm.
Magnanimous Solon, the Prince of Play, is still out there in Xtune. Waiting.
Yeah, just send whatever the hell kind of questions you want. Don't worry about it. If it's bad, we just won't read it. Or if it's really bad, we'll definitely read it.
There's a threshold.
Mm-hmm. And finally, last question. You want to ask a question? It's videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. Harlequin Wheels asks, how does Mafia work?
Huh. Well, I know you start as a level 1 crook.
Usually.
You could be any number of things. You could be a Final Fantasy character. You can be a JoJo Part 5 character. You can be any number of these things. Mm-hmm. But all you need to do is punch a man, and then you become level 35 boss. That's as far as I understand it. I come from a town that had a bunch of like Italian gentlemen's societies. I know a thing or two about this, let me tell you. You ever want to get to know the inner workings of how Mafia work, just maybe send a little bit of a gift to your old pal Don Scott.
Mm-hmm. I mean, or you could just like line up a couple of dudes and hit them in the head with a frying pan.
Yes, that works.
If you do that enough times, you eventually get a car and a girlfriend.
Ooh, that's when you're playing as PUBG Mafia, right?
I guess.
PUBG Mafia?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you get a helmet in that one.
Ooh.
Don Scott, what deeds are to be done today?
I need you to punch Crook.
I will.
And then I'll make you level 35 boss.
Thank you, Don Scott.
That's how Mafia work.
Grazie.
I think my favorite one is the one where, like, it's from, like, your point of view, and you, like, wake up on the side of the road, and there's just, like, two gangs standing there, like, waiting for you to join them, and you're just, like, holding your hand out to shake one of their hands. It's very stupid. I love those ads so much.
Side talk about how Mafia works. If you are ever happen to be trapped in a room with anywhere between 4 and 27 middle schoolers, you can at any point pull out a deck of playing cards. They will take the rest over from there.
Interesting.
If you've ever played the card game Mafia, every middle schooler I've ever met loves it and will live and die by it. It's their favorite thing ever. It's just the easiest way to entertain middle schoolers for anywhere between 15 to 2 hours. 15 minutes to 2 hours.
See, I just prefer Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's a podcast. That was bad. I'm sorry.
You're going to the Shadow Realm, Scott.
Oh, no, not again.
This podcast is going to the Shadow Realm. Folks, thanks for listening. We're done this week. Real quick, I would like to tell everyone where they can find more of us. You go to @VGChooChoo on Twitter, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com on Tumblr. We have our Twitch, twitch.tv/VGChooChoo, where I stream every Wednesday. Solon, you stream every Sunday, right?
I won't be this month, but after this month, I will be continuing to. I'm still in the Kingdom Hearts zone.
That's right. You can talk about that in a moment. But I'm going to be streaming every Wednesday. I'll keep this afloat while Scott fixes his internet and Solon drowns in the Kingdom Hearts pools.
At Tuesday, end of X-Chum. Yeah, baby!
That's right. Yeah, we have one last X-Chum stream, though, this upcoming Tuesday. Let's check that out. That'll be
Solon
at 8...
Schmitty will be there.
Yeah, that'll be 8 p.m. EST. And if you like what we're doing, go to patreon.com/VGCC. And if you just donate $1, you get 2 episodes of Chuchigatari Unlimited Train Works a whole week early. So you don't have to wait a whole week for each of those episodes. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal for $1. $1. You can find that on the side of the road if you take a long enough time. Just do that every month. Just find like 100 pennies. And that's it. You're good. And finally, if you want to hang out with us and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, type in thegamezone.zone into your web browser of choice, and that'll bring you to our Discord server. Please feel free to join, because recently all we've been having are fucking porn bots, and it's driving me up a wall.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
It's the pits. So please join our Discord and help us stave the porn bot revolution away for a little while longer.
The porn bots are bad, but the thing is, they are pretty horny.
That
I
is
respect that.
There's enough horniness to go around. I don't think we need more.
The Quagmire's plenty horny as it is.
Absolutely. Real quick, would you two like to plug some stuff? Solon, how about you go ahead and go first?
I absolutely would. Hey, if you want to learn more fun things about Kingdom Hearts, every weekend this month at twitch.tv/SolonFace and youtube.com/SolonFace, you can find out fun facts like, did you know that the Kingdom Hearts is a nuclear storage device for the darkness inside everyone's hearts? It is why the Heartless exist and want to destroy humanity, and Mickey Mouse actively defends it. That's what the Kingdom Hearts is.
Cool.
Yep.
Thank you. Scott, how about you?
Go to WrestlingOnEarth.com, where you will find Wrestling on Air, the comedy wrestling podcast. You can also find us Twitter.com/WrestlingOnAir. It's great. We just did our our year-end WO awards. So we'll see how that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that worked out pretty well.
Big congratulations to Kenny Omega.
Yeah, big, yeah.
Watch that episode, you'll know why.
You'll know why. That's not as funny unless you listen to the show.
Well, I guess that's one way to sell it. That's fine. But that's it. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. So long, everyone. Bye.
And time. Oh, damn. Personal best. That's a 141. We just did a 141.